Alright. Why is the frames per second thing in the middle of the screen? Oh, okay, there it goes. It went away now. Wait, this is 1 hour when you're in the game? That sucks, dude. Why is it like that? Why is there no, like... It just doesn't give you anything in the background? Like, that's insane. That it just doesn't run in the background. Like, that kind of defeats the point of an idle game, I feel like, but okay. There are mods. Is there a mod to make it run in the background? The fact that you actually have to sit here is crazy. Yeah. So I literally set it up so Sundays would be like my matchup attempt stream, and I also made a short, right, that came out Saturday, Sunday, and then I didn't stream Sunday. And then I'm streaming 2.5 hours later than I usually do. Yeah, those videos, I'm getting very sidetracked. I need to stop. I actually thought, like, me being like, okay, well, this is, I know what I'm going to do going into it was going to be enough, and it wasn't. So that sucks. But yeah, I will say this runs in the background, like the sugar lumps run in the background. For some reason, the actual like making cookies doesn't, which doesn't make any sense. Because like, I'm pretty sure even like on the desktop version, like you give like a day or two at least, you know, and then it stops. Or yeah, maybe it doesn't. Maybe that is a prestige thing that it doesn't run in the background until those happen. And maybe I am just wrong and it is a prestige thing. But yeah. I was just here because like I was thinking maybe if there's something to talk about. Because it seems like whenever like I want to try and get back into stream real quick, like I always do that. I always try to do like a talking stream, just get back into it, which then often turns out to be another talking stream. Actually, let me get the, because I saw the score of the Knicks Cavs game. From looking at the box score, the Knicks played god awful. Why am I going to Google? I can just go to YouTube. What am I doing? I just want the highlight of the Cavs Knicks game. There it is. Oh, was it not posted yet? Apparently it was 39 minutes ago. When did the game finish? I thought, well, I think it was a 7 p.m. game, so I guess it makes sense. 7 p.m. Eastern. So I guess that kind of makes sense. Even then, I still feel like that is a little slow, but it's fine. Actually, I think I'm gonna shoot for 80. I mean, like, for some reason the cursor upgrades are like super cheap, even though like the building you have to pay for, like, it aligns with it. It doesn't really make any sense, but that was a Payday song, I know for sure. It was like a quiet or like long intro. It's a Payday song. Yeah, I had enough sugar lumps because apparently I was gone for like a month or a year and 3 months, which was exactly enough to get the cursor through shipment on level 10, which is an achievement. Yeah, no, you basically have to sit here for like, you have to be there for 2 months basically to get all the like level 10 achievements. But not all of them, just one of them. I think it's 55. I did it. It was like a triangular number, which I learned about. because it's not factorials, which I did remember. That was the one thing I guess I remember from discrete math. But yeah, no, it's triangular numbers. Factorials is like the multiplying 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5, like that kind of thing. Triangular numbers is that, but addition. So yeah, if it's like 5 exclamation mark for factorials, it'd be 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5. Which I don't remember what that equals, but that'd be 6, 24, 120, no, not 125. Be 120, right? Hang on, let me check my math. 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5. Yeah, it is 120. Haha, I still got some mental math up in here. I wish they gave us like those mental shortcuts in multiplication. They never did. I think in like the brain rot of the whole like, oh, but we have calculators, so you don't need to like do it in your head. Like that was just a thing. So like we never learned, like they never taught us like tricks for multiplication. They taught us for like addition in like 2nd grade, I remember, but like for multiplication they never taught us like any tricks on like, oh yeah, this equals this, or then like if you're doing a big number you piece it together and then add you multiply the 2 smaller things and add those together, which is what I've seen some people do, right? Is that they'll do like 2 separate multiplication problems that are easier and then add them. It's like, yeah, we never had that. Like we were taught how to do like long division and like I guess long multiplication, but yeah, we're never taught like any tricks about it, which I felt was kind of sucked. Also, I didn't even check if I have the file space for the stream. I do. I have a lot more file space, price, because I got rid of was it? Oh yeah, the portal's showing up for some reason now. But I got rid of Street Fighter 6, I think. Isn't it over 100 gigs? Street Fighter 6, let me check. Street Fighter 6. Oh, it's almost 100 gigs. It's 95 gigs. Okay. So almost 100. I literally played like a few CPU matches and then left. Well, because I also really wanted to like play like Terry, right? But I don't have the DLC with it. My bro just gifted me the main game, base game. So like, it doesn't have Terry with it, so it's like, well, that's what I want to play. So probably if you go through the world tour mode, I'm sure they give you like those credits or whatever, or like the story modes, because that's how you did in 5. Because I bought Guile and Dan. Guile was just because it was Guile, and then Dan also was because it was Dan. I actually played Dan. I didn't play Guile really like at all. The only time I really used Guile was just to see what his dialogue were. I'm voice cracking a lot, but it was when I saw like his like lines, voice lines when he won. I mean, he didn't voice them, but the lines that they say at the end when they win. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. He just explained it very poorly. Well, see, I'm gonna try to like get back into listening to the music while I'm doing stuff, because I'm sure this is actually gonna help me multitask, right? Because like, yes, I do better without listening to music when I make my thoughts more coherent, but I think if I just keep doing this, I'm gonna get better at it. So I might as well keep doing it, and it's gonna be rough for a little bit, but we'll probably get through it. I think I do have a set to quick click, right? I did, yeah, I did remember to change it. It is crazy to me though how like there's like COSA and like all these like laws passing to like reform or just butcher Section 230, like the First Amendment of the internet, and there's been like very little coverage on it at all. Even from like bigger political commentators. I mean, I get like there's other issues going on, but like not even like something. Like it's about to hit the floor next week, and it's like I think literally the person who like authored it said like they have 75 signatures in the Senate, and then they have 40 of the 50 state attorney generals also signed on to it. So it's like, I mean, this is probably gonna pass, dude. And that is a huge step for mass censorship for them. Because the internet's been one of those big things that's like kind of been a thorn in their side of getting the truth out. And if they can just go bypass these laws essentially and just institute mass censorship on the internet, then that's huge for them. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, because it's literally 1 billion, and that's a huge boost. Yeah, it's literally 200 million in frenzy. Actually, I think every achievement's supposed to give you upgrade, because I was gonna say, like, I think every, like, one of these gives you an upgrade in the store, but I think it's just pretty much every achievement in general. Maybe not down here, but I think most achievements in general. Because even, like, the milk tiers is what gives you the kittens to show up. And yeah, I think they're just permanent once you get enough, and I think it's basically every 25 is a new, like, milk flavor, new rank. So yeah. It's so depressing when like your favorite game of all time is just not liked. It sucks. I hate it. Because then you just hear people like trashing and like, I mean, I can't argue with them, right? Like, I think I literally had like a 3-hour stream where I talked about my complaints with, I mean, it wasn't most of it, but it was a lot of it. I think towards the second half of it. I mean, talking about like the problems I had with Fates of Stories and how I would change it, right? But so like, yeah, I just sit there and take it, and it's like, well, yeah. It just, because Fates was one of those games that I played at like the perfect time. I mean, it also has like the sentimental value in that Lost in Thoughts Alone is one of my favorite songs, and the sentimental value, because again, that also came, I think, at a perfect time in my life. And then also, it technically is the game that made me fall down the VTubing rabbit hole. Like, technically, it took like over a year, I believe, but I think like a year and a half, but it was eventually the thing that did it, which is crazy. And I feel like I'm always just gonna use that as a hook to get people in, you know, because I feel like it is kind of crazy when you're like, oh yeah, Fire Emblem Fates was that was the game, or that was the thing that made me fall on the VTubing rabbit hole. And it's crazy too, because I literally was like a fan of like Jules and like TRG Kahlo. It's like also a 8-bit drummer. In like that 2020 era, and like Jared and Jules both had like Hololife's related stuff, and I just didn't. I don't know how I didn't fall down the rabbit hole, like how I wasn't a part of that initial surge. The only thing I could think of is I was really bad with talking to girls, and I think I had that kind of thing. I don't even know what it was. I think it was just really bad social anxiety, but like it didn't make any sense. I don't even know where it came from, because I also had that with like Adriana. Adriana Figueroa, who's also in the TRG core. or in the TRG Colo events. I think she wasn't there for the last 2 or 3, right? Something like that. Because I think didn't they end in 2024, I think that's when they stopped doing it. I think. And then yeah, it basically is gonna be like, because I think the reason they stopped doing it is because they could bring new people in, but it'd be completely like alien to what the beginning like crew was that was there at Colo, right? So they just decided like, yep, we're gonna stop doing it, essentially. So it's a shame because I really did like the TRG Colos, but they were definitely a highlight of the year for me. Although I only caught one live, which was the 2021. Because I could kind of afford to stay up that late since school was kind of different. Even though I think it technically was a weekend event, but I mean, I also am not really like a live stream guy, which is like weird since I'm a Twitch streamer, but I'm just not a huge live stream guy. I mean, I definitely watch live streams. Like I've watched Masay's Holocure streams, right? So I can watch live streams like if I'm really motivated to, but I much rather just like watch the pod. Oh, same with the Jackbox streams that Chilled and like Jeremy's crew does like every Saturday or something like that. But the Jackbox thing is also mostly just so you can be in the audience and play along. Like when I saw it, like really the only ones that like I feel like are engaging to be in, that like they play pretty often, are like Espionage, like Trivia Murder Party, because you actually play along. Like there's actually like surprisingly like not that many, I feel like, because like because like the RPG one, like RPG Trivia one, is just like you just roll a d20. To either do this thing or this thing, and then you roll a d20, and then that's how much you contribute. Well, I think it's essentially voting, but like with d20s. So it's not necessarily like the majority will always win, but I mean, if there's a very clear majority, then they're gonna win. Like if they have a chat room or something like that. I'm sure like if the audience was like 3 people, then yeah, like it'd be very different, but if it is still with like a massive like chat room, then I mean, yeah, it's basically still public opinion, right? At least that's going down kind of, at least a little bit fast. Oh, that was because of the frenzy. Never mind. Do I even bother with the mine and bank upgrades? They do so little, man. Like I feel like I should, like buying these would be worth more than these upgrades, man. And they're also more expensive because of this. Because I guess these also don't go down at all if you've closed the game, which is awesome. I feel like now that I know that, I'm just gonna have like sit here for an hour like next time this happens. It's also crazy, like yeah, the negative effects, like the backfire, like it's for like an hour. Like that's crazy. Yeah, because it has it for buildings too. Like buildings are cheaper for 1 minute or an hour. Like that's crazy, dude. Yeah, I don't think I'm here with the Wrinkler, but I think that's with the Grandma Apocalypse or whatever. That's, and I think it starts with getting the Bingo Center, and then you basically start going down that path. I don't know how to get through it though. That's the thing. I don't think you can lose though. I feel like it'd be crazy if you could lose a cookie clicker, but. Yeah, I guess another good thing about the me listening music is I can actually talk about these games. I mean, some of them I haven't played. Like, there's some Castlevania songs in there. I think Bayonetta is in there. Is Bayonetta in here? Or were they like the ones with lyrics? I was like, oh no, there's one Bayonetta song in here. Yeah, okay. Oh no, there's two. See, sometimes I would just add random songs. Like, it was just like, oh, you want to add this song? I was like, sure, just to give more variety. So some of these I've literally not listened to. Because I was at the time when like I wasn't listening to them, so I was like, yeah, sure, just throw these in here. Why not? Yeah, I think it is mostly like Street Fighter and like Payday. Like Street Fighter feels like one of the easier ones to pull from, right? It also helps that the Street Fighter like main channel itself also posted the song, so like I don't think you can basically. It's a lot harder to just get falsely copyright claimed for this, because I mean it's literally the main channel's version, so it should be fine. And like the temple, yeah, I'm probably gonna get 10 of the temple. Or just another lab that might, yeah, play that actually. We'll do that. I will say, if there's anything like the right-wing movement has done successfully, and it'll probably still continue even after this is like done, right? Say we get like AOC's like president and we get out of this mess. I think something that's still gonna stay consistent is that people are gonna conflate politics and drama, and that's annoying. Like, that sucks. Like, there was literally like a VTuber consultant thing or whatever, and they're like, oh, don't do these as a VTuber. Then rule number one is like, don't talk about politics. You don't want the attention from it. And it's like, dude, I don't talk about left-wing politics to get attention. Like, I don't talk about the stuff to get attention at all. Like, I talk about this stuff to make people's lives better. Like, yeah, obviously grifting, like, if they're talking about grifting, then yeah, like, don't grift, dude. You're gonna get, like, so much other stuff on you. If you can't handle heat, then don't grift, right? But, like, if you believe in what you're talking about, then, like, the negative backlash shouldn't matter as much. I do need to flesh out my points more, though. I still have said, like, at the point where I'm at, like, I'm at the point where I'd recommend people who are smarter than me on topics, right? Being like, hey, this person goes more in depth on it's really great. I just can't remember it, man. The stuff just doesn't stick, and I hate it. I think Noah Samson said he goes through something similar, but if you just like read it and hear like the same point multiple times, you eventually get it. I think I need to like actually like talk about it is my problem. But like, yeah, I think maybe just read it. I think I need to see it so I can comprehend it. I think, and I think I've talked about this before, but I think with me not being able to like see, like look at what they're saying, I think I am more of a visual learner, or maybe like I do literally need like all three or something. Otherwise, it just does not stick. Like, there'll be like a point that'll stick, and that'll be it. Like, dang it, I wish I could keep the whole thing, man. Yeah. I do think that me, like, hearing the mindset of, like, or the, not mindset, but the, I don't know what to call it, but how was it Costa Zesta or whatever? Costa Sefta? Like it didn't help sex workers at all. Like there was not a single like human trafficking, because I think that's what it was, right? So they wanted to get like human trafficking reports or whatever, and there was not a single one the entire time it was out. Like I don't know if it was repealed at all, but I think hearing that made me realize like, yeah, no, like, and it was a little bit of thinking on the like Ro Khanna being like, oh yeah, we're gonna reform Section 230 over like violent content, right? On the algorithm there's violent content, but it's like seeing violent content's actually like good, like for awareness is what I'm saying, not like, well, because I think also it's not even like fully confirmed if you see violence. Like I think, well, it's hard because I think with video games it's like every once in a while people like have that, and I'm curious. I think it's probably because your brain like recognizes subconsciously that like, yeah, it's fiction, right? So like your brain subconsciously like, yeah, I wouldn't do that, right? Your brain subconsciously know what's real in fiction. I said subconsciously a lot, but you know what's real in fiction. Like it just knows. So for most people, right, that connection is just there, that, or that nuance. So that's why it doesn't reach as much. But yeah, I mean, if someone who's really young sees someone acting violent, they're gonna be violent. Like that was a study that's been done. I don't remember what it was, but they had like, I think adults like beat up, well, they had like with some kids they beat up something in front of the kid. I don't remember what it was. It was like a dummy or something, but they just beat it up, and I think left the kid just to be with it. And then with some of them they didn't beat it up, and then yeah, the ones that beat up the freaking like dummy or whatever, I don't even know if it was a dummy, but beat up whatever they were beating up, like the kid then acted violent. So like, yeah, that is a thing. But like also, I don't think kids that young like are gonna see this stuff. Like if you're a good parent, you're gonna make them not, you're not gonna let them see that. Even if I had like a 3-year-old or a 5-year-old, I'm not gonna show them what's going on in Palestine, right? Like now when they're a little bit older, like yeah, but like that's still probably when they're like at least a teenager, right? Like I'm not gonna show my 5-year-old like, hey, look what's going on in Palestine, or like what's going on with Minneapolis and with ICE. Like I'm not gonna show my kid that. But like it's good for everyone else to see this stuff for awareness. And when you suppress it, it's only gonna make violence more common. Because, well, like they're not gonna get recorded, so it's fine. Right? Less people are gonna know about it, so they can just get away with it. I mean, I feel like that's kind of what's been going on with police brutality like all this time, and it still doesn't really get talked about. Which is insane. But I guess when it's mostly black and brown people, it doesn't matter as much. You know, the police kill like an insane amount of people. I'm actually curious if that's a thing. Like, dude, I'm actually gonna look that up. The police or illegal immigrants kill more people? Yeah, because I know like they're not likely to commit crime, but Yeah, this is just giving the like migrants like that statistic. But yeah, like I think police kill oh my god. Let me look at like a graph. Yeah, it's 33.5 per capita per 10 million. Cool. What was this article? Yeah, this is 2020. This is height of BLM. Let me look at this. So yeah, it's been like about 1,000 every year, and it's already at 643 in 2025. Or when was this? Oh, I guess it was less, but that's probably because ICE is doing it instead of the police. But yeah, no, it was like literally about 1,000 every year. Number of people. Oh yeah, the Border Patrol did have these kind of stuff. Yeah, it was only like 23 people, wasn't it? Like 29 that had like homicide. Like, that's crazy, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure police kill more people, like more civilians than illegal immigrants. Like, that's crazy. You know, I'm pretty sure it's literally like less people are killed by illegal immigrants than police. And they made a whole big stink about it, and yep. I'm not gonna say it's one of them election. I mean, it certainly didn't help that the Democrats also just conceded to that nonsense, but liberalism, maybe. Also, it's crazy how, like, people were on Hassan about, like, what are you talking about? Gavin Newsom did, like, all these great things for trans people, and it's like, what he just did in the interview was so blatantly obvious if you, like, paid attention. Like, even to someone who, like, wasn't aware of how he was as a governor, right, of California, because I don't live there. Like, there's even just, like, clips of him out there. It's just blatantly obvious. He was going to do that, like... It was insane. And then they just immediately pivoted and be like, oh yeah, and you know what? You're right. People don't care about trans people. It's like, okay. Cool, dude. Awesome. Human rights are non-negotiable, dude. It's ridiculous. And it's also insane that, like, I have to put, like, a politics and sensitive issues warning on Twitch. Like, that's stupid. That's so dumb. Because God forbid I want human rights and people to have a fun and stress-free life, and... Oh, you're political, dude. That's political. It's like, okay, dude. Awesome. Oh, yeah, I think also that VTuber consultant guy was also just against sex work. He's like, oh, don't do sexual content unless you actually want to be sexual. It's like, all right, dude. Like, I just feel like men need to understand the concept of consent. Because it's insane. Like, the whole, like, AI, like, making them naked thing, like, really should have been a wake-up call for them of, like, hey, man, that's not how consent works. Like, they're just gooning and being a pervert out in the open. It's like, oh, okay. Cool, dude. Like, it's insane. And then now they just locked it behind premium. Like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, I guess if there were bot accounts, then that probably prevented bots from doing it, but... yeah, like, this, it's just so dumb. Like, people unironically believe that, oh, well, you put your body out there so I can just do whatever I want with it. It's like, that's not how consent works, dude. It's, that argument's the same as drugging someone and having sex with them. That's not, that's not a good argument. It's not a valid one at all. It's also why if you goon, don't talk about what you goon to or make it public, dude. Because I will say I goon a lot, and I will never say what I goon to. I may say my like what I find attractive, but I'm never gonna say like specifically most like what I goon to. Unless it's like a fictional character maybe, but like even that, I don't know. That seems highly doubtful. Like, I feel like I'd have to goon to that person like crazy and like have no shame in the fact that like I say that. But it's like, shame is what keeps our, you know, keeps us from doing stupid stuff. That is, yeah, I just never get that. But, I mean, also it's Twitter, so I don't know what I expected. I do feel like I've seen a lot of people like take a harsh hit to their mental just being on Twitter, and it's like, listen, I do it just because I have nothing else to distract me really, other than like videos, and I guess this. Because I don't have friends, I don't have a job, right? So I basically have this. I mean, every once in a while I'll edit something, I guess, like, but that's short. So like that's why I'm on Twitter. I mean, also it's where I get like a lot of my news because I trust like a lot of the people who are like retweeting and also maybe even co-writing stuff. But like, yeah, it's just insane, dude. But also, what I was gonna get to that because I blinked and I said just insane. Like if people can afford it, like get off Twitter, man. Like, honestly, just get off it. And honestly, like, the other social medias aren't going to be much better because it's a systemic problem, right? I mean, who's to say that Blue Sky gets popular? And it's literally run by the guy who owned Twitter before and he just sold it to Musk. Like, what's to say he just doesn't sell up Blue Sky again to another billionaire because they give him enough money? It's like, it's the same with like the Discord stuff too. It's like, this is a systemic problem, guys. We need to address this. You can't just keep being like, oh, well, time for a new like voice chatting like place, I guess. That's the thing also, like, if you just systemically get in there and fix the problem, like, then these platforms will actually be better. Like, YouTube sucks right now because it's uber capitalist, dude. It's not listening to its users at all. It's listening to like AI people in these board meetings, right? They're not listening to the average person. Like there was literally zero reason to get rid of like those like detailed subtitles or like the stylized subtitles or whatever. Like zero reason other than I think they're trying to implement AI into subtitles. Like, or I guess closed captions. Like, I think that's like the only thing possible. Like, I don't know what else it would be. Yeah, like that's the thing with our world is like you need to realize these are systemic issues. Trump is a systemic issue. It's not, oh, only Trump could do this. Dude, Trump's god awful at this. Like, people have been talking about how incompetent he's been throughout, like, in the admin's been incompetent about this, right? It's like, it's very clear that anybody could have done it, right? So, it feels like it's very obvious that it's a systemic problem, right? And, like, the Epstein files also, I feel like, show that off as well. Like, it's just a rotten core that was just waiting to be uncovered, right? And now it's shown its ugly head, right? I'm glad I wanted to sing that when I learned I had to clear my throat, dude. Awesome. There's so many other songs I could add. I'm just blanking on them. It's crazy how like none of the Tarbold ones have stuck out. Maybe you can go back and watch all the Tarbold tests. Go back and add songs playlist. So I'm sure there's some stuff in there. And also, it kind of does the copyright for me because, yeah, you kind of already cut out all the ones that got claimed. So I'm sure some have like later on gone back and got claimed because I think that has happened. I think like Smooth the Grooves also had that problem. He had to make like an update essentially being like, hey, nobody's seen this and I'm getting no money from YouTube. And like Patreon's basically the only way I can make a living at this point. Because everything's getting like demonetized or like claimed. So yeah, that's the thing too, is like YouTube, if they cared about their audience, they would have fixed Content ID a long time ago. Because, like, I think this has been an issue for, like, at least over a decade. Probably longer. And they've just still not fixed it. So, like, yeah, very clear they care about their audience. They would have fixed it by now. This would have been, like, a flash of the pan, like, 10 years ago if they cared about their audience. And the thing that's stupid about, like, and well, I always say right-wing ideology is self-destructive nature, because, like, if they just made their, like, the people who use these, their customers happy, like, they would probably make even more money than if they were just like, oh, let's try and make as much money as possible. Yeah. This is probably the most annoying thing about like about capitalism though. It's just these people are just clearly like stupid and yet they're ruling the world just because they're just born into wealth essentially. Or got really lucky. But even then, like, I think, like, pretty much every, like, ones are like, oh, they start in the garage or something, like, there's usually strings attached to it. Their parents also were still, like, pretty wealthy, so. Yeah, I think the most annoying thing about Costa is like, because I think this bill is something that still would have passed in like a Harris admin, right? Like, or they would still been trying to push. But like, yeah, there would have been probably far less scandals and far less stuff going on in a Harris term. That this probably would have a lot more attention than it does. Like, it probably would die, like, with people calling attention to it, but since this is a Trump admin, so much other stuff has gone on, and so much other awful stuff is happening, like, it's just allowing this to slide under the radar. Yeah, I'm just not gonna bother with the mine and bank upgrades because they're barely gonna be any upgrades at all. Don't do barely anything. It's moving at like a decent speed, I guess. At least I can see it gradually going down pretty fast. Well, that's from the frenzy. Did I just do that again? Man. I think there's a part though you can get to and you kind of just like start flying through the legacy stuff. So I'm gonna try and get up to there and kind of fly through all those, I guess, as possible, and then go straight for the it will run the background one. Yeah, it is weird because I feel like on desktop it still did that. Like you still were making your CPS even like a little bit, but it seems like with this it's literally just straight up 0. I was thinking with the heralds on desktop, it's people who'd like subscribe to the Patreon or something like that, and then this is just people who are active in Steam. What does 84.77 mean? How is there 0.77 of a herald? That doesn't make any sense. I'll save for another lab. I don't know if this is worth more. I can't math. Well, I guess I can just see if it's a plus 5%. Right. So we can do 94. Well, the plus, so I think it's, I mean, it wouldn't be times. Well, I think times 0.5 would be how much it adds. So I could just add that. Yeah. 0.05. Oh, I think that actually is worth more. Yeah, just barely worth more actually. So I will take that. It was worth, I think it was 0.5 more, because I think this actually went up. I think this was 4.2, it was 4.7 of an increase, so. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that is kind of the formula, huh? Of when you're adding a percentage. That makes sense. Almost at 100 million, which I think I hit already. Yeah. Oh, I guess the 150 cursors is an achievement, but I think when the upgrades show up, they're still like consistent. Actually, I'm gonna check this 3-part speedrun real quick to see if anybody somehow were to have done it. It's pretty quiet, all things considered, so yeah, they're still doing like other games. Oh, someone did all party games. Dude, that would suck. I would do one run and be like, that's my run. Or like I would do one like every week or something. Like I would I'm not even gonna bother with chance, you know. I'm good. There's also finish and win every single one. I think that's the same for mini games, yeah. For finish and win. But yeah, win's probably quicker or longer because you actually have to play some of them. I think some of them you can just like sit there. Right. Plus also you have to worry about the luck-based mini games. Because I think there's like 3 luck-based mini games, so the fact that you have to win all those, like that would be brutal. Like you could just be on good pace and then get screwed over. Because I think Risky Railroad's also like at the very end. Like that sucks. I think it's literally on the last page in the minigame list. Yeah, that would suck, dude. I think the like clicking is from the clicking upgrades is getting a certain amount of cookies from clicking. I'm waiting for the one where you click and it gives like 777 boost because that one's huge. I thought getting the other like golden clover or whatever would help with that, but maybe it's the get lucky one. Daft Punk reference. I mean, technically it could be a Takane Louie reference now, but I mean, the quote very clearly is referencing the lyrics to Get Lucky. The Daft Punk one. No notifications, but it's probably because it's 11:30 and like midnight, so it's not gonna be many. Hey, we're almost done with this. It's almost been an hour. Well, technically this was running for like a little bit, but it was probably like 5 minutes, like maximum. Yeah, I feel like there's one I really want to buy sets of 10 of at this point, or just get them all up. Given like the wizard tower, it's like, yeah, it's 205. I should just start buying them individually now at this point. Yeah, let's start doing that. Oh, the temple's boosting that. I think, is that more? I think it was 500%. That's not helpful. I think if it's 700%, right? Because Frenzy's 7 times more, I think. I think this is actually less. Well, that sucks. This also is shorter than Frenzy as well. I mean, I assume Frenzy's like probably not all that great when you're very, very late game, but I'm not even remotely close to the portal. It's fine. Like, if I can make 1 billion in per second, or yeah, even like 500 million a second, that'd be great. Maybe even 333 million a second. Yeah, I think also the reason why I'm playing Cookie Clicker is that it's just in the moment, like matchup attempts just as you know. I just did not sound up to it. I feel like I also need to stop working out like right before stream time, because that's also I think what screwed me over on Sunday and then today also, because I keep thinking I'm like, oh yeah, I'll be fine, and then I'm not. Like, I don't do it. No, yeah, that's not great. I would say with the COSA and like the other bills, I'm just very worried that even like apolitical content creators are gonna get targeted by it. Because one narrative they've been pushing with the like violent stuff, but they're also doing sexually explicit content, quote unquote. Like, they're gonna go after minority groups. They're gonna go after trans people, and they're gonna go after any minority basically, because it's immigrant. So like I feel like a lot of people who are even just like apolitical are gonna get taken down just simply because they're trans or like Hispanic or Asian. And I'm very worried about that. Like, it's not even necessarily that like I watch them, it's just like, yeah, man. I also feel like Hollow's gonna change, because that's another thing also, is like it's affecting YouTube and Twitch directly. Like the other countries doing it, like, yeah, just in that certain area you can just put it there. It doesn't affect Twitch and YouTube directly, but the fact that YouTube and Twitch is like the main like video and live streaming platforms, and they're American companies and America's about to do that, like, they're gonna not want to be sued. So they're probably gonna change their TOS like basically entirely. Make it so they don't get sued. So I think a lot of people are just gonna be like banned or whatever, kicked off these platforms. And I don't know if there's like salvation if it's like a social media app like not owned by an American. I don't know. Because like maybe like Americans then are just gonna have to like migrate to like Bilibili or something like that. They're just gonna hand over more influence to China. But then they're probably gonna do the same thing with Bilibili that they did with TikTok. It was also owned by China. Or, well, Chinese. Kind of. I mean, like, I think it's a yes, but like also it's like not a clear yes. There's some stuff in it. I get the wizard tower upgrade? Probably, actually. I think I go for that. Again, these bank and mine upgrades are really not gonna add a whole lot. Like, I guess I can grab these just for like making the grind back a little easier, but I think since I'm past at this point, I'm gonna get this one and then go back to the other two. Maybe double up on the shipments also. I am at least making $1 billion a second, so it's not awful pace, but obviously I'd want it to be faster. That might be even more useless than upgrading the mine. Oh yeah, he's going back to original values now, also cool. Because that finally went away. Whereas every time I go to drink, I freaking get the actually, what was the time 70 year old? Grab it on alchemy lab. It's gonna take longer, but should probably might as well get it while I'm at the start of the frenzy. I got back up to I think like halfway. Oh, you know what? I don't have the Street Fighter 2 versions because for some reason that the Street Fighter 2 versions are copyright, or like they do get claimed, but like the 4 and 5 versions don't for some reason. Well, they do sometimes, but it's for the Street Fighter 2 version. It's like every once in a while they'll just get randomly claimed, and I don't know why. They're setting up being like, if you put on shelf, be like, oh, play this one next. I don't think so, but that'd be neat if they added it, but that's probably not a thing. They'll like force play next or something. I want to listen to Eternal Bond unless I don't have it. Yeah, I do. But you can save to watch later, but that doesn't. Well, I think you can add it to a queue, but then it just puts it in another playlist. Essentially, like it kicks you out of your playlist, so it's like, what's the point, dude? If I add to a queue, that kicks me out of my playlist. I guess with like Cleveland, I was worried with them losing to the Thunder, who didn't have Shea. I was like, well, that's a little concerning. But I think the Thunder's defense is also like very good. And also Jared Allen didn't really get the rock. But how many shots did like Allen get against the Knicks? Because I know Cat's like not great at defense. You got to see Allen getting more burn this time. He had 8 shots. I think against the Thunder he had like 5. But yeah, Allen got 19. Yeah, basically it was just the starters carrying, and then Tyson for like a little bit off the bench. But yeah, literally like off the bench. It was 0, 3, 4, 0, 0, 0, 0, 12, 5. Although to be fair, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these guys played for 3 minutes. So they played in garbage time. So, dang, how many people do they have bench? 1, 2, 3, just 4 of them? They're running a 9-man rotation? I didn't even realize that. Yeah, as soon as Struce comes back, they'll run a 10-man. Because I think they actually have a timetable for Struce now, don't they? I think so. He's still not clear for contact as of February 18th, but he can be deemed week to week. So he's closer to getting an actual timetable, so that's nice. That's another shooter I believe that could just be added, so their shooting is gonna be crazy. Alright, going to 165. There's another one that's like an idle game. It's stacks to win or something like that. That's not the name of it. It's like something stacks. And you can just hold the space bar and it acts as like clicking it, and it's so nice, dude. You can just hold the space bar instead, because you can't do that in Cookie Clicker. There's also an achievement for clicking really fast. So I was gonna get an auto clicker, but all the ones look suspicious, and then the one that was like, hey, we're not suspicious, I hit download and it didn't download it. It's like, all right. Ah, shoot, I'm gonna have to add Darius Brown to my Cleveland Cavaliers quiz because he actually played the game. Yeah, I didn't see the thing of him getting time, but I guess that happened. Does bro have a picture on NBA.com now? Because he didn't during the Thunder game, or one of the other games, which was kind of messed up. But does bro have a picture? Hey, he has a picture now. There you go. Darius Brown. He signed a contract. He signed a contract October 9th? Oh, and then he got waived, so then he got a 2-year deal, or 2-way, but again, like, yeah, I guess I just didn't, I didn't see him then. It was 26. I think you could have maybe, not to diss him or anything, but I think you could have maybe searched for someone younger. I guess some of those guys can be more established, so you're hoping for that. I don't know, man. Yeah, no, those Knicks were just god-awful. And shooting, so that's really what happened. I mean, both teams were not great from 3, but oh shit, we can get the Wizard Tower. Oh, actually, never mind. The Cavs were like 37, which I don't think is that bad. You know, Brunson was 6 for 19, and then Mikal was 6 for 17, so they're not great. Now, Cat actually played pretty well. He was 5-5, 1 for 1. So now he's been not doing great. OG also 2 for 9, Josh Hart 4 for 11. Yeah, they just were missing everything. Yeah, not the place you want to be, that's for sure. Oh, Mitchell was 5 for 18. I mean, God, it was probably a ugly game. But yeah, that's... I think it's just honestly Jalen Tyson might have been kind of the X factor there. Or Dean Wade, maybe. He was hitting his threes at least. Yeah, it might have been like Dean Wade, because yeah, Mitchell did not shoot well. Harden shot decently. Shot alright. He's 4 for 7 from 3, which is pretty good, but his 2s were to be desired. He was 8 for 18 overall, but 4 for 7 from 3, so he would have been, what, 4 for 11 from 2? Not great. Yeah, I'm gonna see the highlights of this, so yay. After this stream, I'm gonna see the highlights of it, because I literally pulled it up, as I said at the beginning of the stream. It's funny, because I think the highlights is pretty much just every shot that went in. And then, like, sometimes it's a defensive goal. Like, sometimes. I think there was one game that had, like, extended highlights or something. Yeah, that should probably hide them in record, right? Yeah, they're tied in record again, but I assume, yeah, the Knicks are still ahead because of head-to-head matchup. It is a shame because they were so rough in the beginning that at this point that even if they beat the Celtics and Pistons in their next matchups, well, I think the Pistons they can tie, but the Celtics they also lose. They're also down 2-0 and they only play 3 times. So yeah, that's a shame. I thought they played the Celtics soon. Oh, they play Milwaukee. When did that happen? I swear it was supposed to be like a Boston or something, but it's Milwaukee. When did they play in Boston? Is it like Friday night or something? Is that what it is? When did they play Boston? Sunday. Okay. A little later. Yeah, those would be good litmus tests. And they did pretty decent the Knicks, so that's making me feel better. Because the Thunder one really had me a little worried. I mean, also, like, yeah, the playoffs are a different beast because you're gonna have several games. I still feel like James Harden is probably not gonna. Nah. Like, I think with Mitchell, with his playoff struggles, it's not even necessarily his fault. Like, he's never got out of the conference semis, but I don't know if, like, he's choked in the playoffs necessarily. I mean, I'm sure, like, one of them he has, but I feel like in a lot of other ones, he's, like, played about as hard as he could, and I mean, he just had nothing around them. Actually, I should probably focus on building more of these. No, I guess I can only afford one. I thought I could afford way more than that. I'm getting close to the point where I'm at 1 million in Frenzy, or 1 billion rather, so that'll be helpful. I think the ground upgrades are pretty great also. But yeah, I'm probably still gonna do this because the shipments I think are gonna benefit more from just the flat out double. I guess I can get the Pine upgrade or something while in Frenzy, but probably not gonna add much. Oh, I think I had like 500,000 or something. Great. What an increase, man. What an increase. Oh, that's with the times 7. It's like that number seems a little high. Yeah, it's because it is. My wrist is getting tired. Like I feel like I am developing carpal tunnel a little bit, so maybe I stop. So that doesn't happen. That'd probably be a good idea if I were to do that. Yeah. I think I'll go for an hour and a half because we're only like 15 minutes away. I think I can go another 15 minutes, but yeah, I think I'll tap out then. And it'll be about 1 at that point, 1 in the morning. Should probably do this. I just was gonna scroll Twitter, like, elsewhere. It's like, or like over top of my cooking experience, like, bro, I should have that open on the side. I'm so worried in Illinois' 9th that there's gonna be a Dan Goldman thing that happens. I mean, the other progressive, like Abu Gazela, is like very clearly the front-running progressive, but I'm worried that she's not gonna get it because of the other progressives kind of probably taking up her votes. If it was the right choice, then yeah, I wouldn't care, but yeah, I don't think there is right choice voting, so. Alright, that was a Twitter scroll from me. I just only go on my following tab. I don't go on For You. Because I don't want to know what goes on over there. That's also why, like, I probably only post like once a day or something, because it's like I'll quote tweet something that someone at my following has quote tweeted. Which is also probably why I never do well in the Twitter algorithm. Because you do need to be like one of the first people to quote tweet something. You know, typically. But I don't really care. I think I almost don't want to be popular with Twitter, man. I'm just gonna give a certain mindset or mentality that's just not gonna be great. Should I just go straight for the... Well, we can try and go for it because of the frenzy. I think if I get a golden cookie that gives the... all the cookies, that'll be a big jump. So yeah, we'll try and shoot for it then. Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty massive increase. Also VTubing community is probably gonna be freaking butchered by the sexual content thing. Because I mean, if Twitch was already like doing that stuff before, right? Because I think like VTubers got clamped down on when they were clamping down on that stuff, or VTubers were affected. Dude, this can get so much worse for the VTubing community. Like, they're not gonna even do lewd stuff, and they're probably still gonna get like got for it. Listen, I'd rather have like VTubing clippers that like the most popular VTuber clips be ones of them making dirty jokes and the VTubing community staying as it is than no VTubing community at all, or just a butchered one. You know? It's a necessary evil for all the fan service and dirty joke clips, you know, that seem to mostly do well in the algorithm. Honestly, getting this upgrade, the shipment upgrade might be the last thing I do. I said in an hour and a half, and it's hour 25. Boop, boop, boop. Dude, I've only gotten the click really fast achievement once, and it was on trackpad when I was doing like with like 2 fingers basically. I don't know how you're supposed to do it by like legitimately clicking, dude. Like that's nuts. Cause yeah, my side buttons don't work. Like it clicks, but it doesn't register the cookie. If I could use my side buttons, then maybe. But I can't. Yeah, this doesn't change it. Now we're at 1 billion on the frenzy. That's neat. I think I expected a little bigger of a jump, but it's fine. I mean, I just can't math, you know, so that's more on me than anything. I also have to use a bathroom, so I'm definitely giving it 2 more minutes and then I'm out of here. Yeah, I would say for hour and a half long streams, I don't think I really ever use the bathroom. Well, because I also use it like beforehand, which is also why I'm like late or like stream later in a lot of streams. It takes so long in the bathroom. I don't know why I'm refreshing my VOD page. That's an interesting decision. Yeah, the last thing I probably could do is just get the bank upgrade and then just go from there. The bank upgrade's also not be anything crazy at all. Bro, I really like playing through Revelation. I don't think it's this from Revelation. Yeah, it's just from Birthright, but I love playing through Revelation. I know people don't, but... And yeah, honestly, I would have preferred it if you didn't just get like they should have made it more chapters so the units were more spread out, but I think I just like the idea of starting from like almost nobody and just then going to get everybody. I think I just like that idea. I just wish it was kind of done better. I mean, I guess technically every Fire Emblem game has that. You don't start with a huge like amount of units, but I don't know. I guess something. I think it's because like you're like legitimately like an outcast, and maybe like some other Fire Emblem protagonist also is like that, but like Corrin, it like actually is like your you are an outcast, so I feel like I actually like that dynamic. But yeah, I do feel like they just kind of at the end were just when you get everybody, you're just like, yeah, we don't know where else to put these guys. We're just gonna chuck them in here. They're just gonna chuck them in there because we need to. I also feel like it would have made way more sense if Silas was one of the first people that joined you instead of one of the last ones. So I think in Revelation he becomes like a Norian like general or something. Like I think he becomes a higher ranking like Norian. And yeah, I feel like it would have made way more sense with the story, because the thing with Silas is that he's your lifelong friend. So I feel like it would have made sense for him to be like one of those first ones like Azura and maybe like Sakura Takumi. Because Silas is even like one of the first ones to join, I think, in Birthright. Like, it's crazy. So it's so weird they made Silas like one of the last ones in Revelation. Just concerning his relationship with Corrin. Because like, yeah, if you want to do the whole narrative of he's an outcast, it just would have made so much more sense if I was one of the first ones to join. Because he probably would have been pretty easy to convince. Yeah, they'll do it because I'm at past an hour and a half. Not on the recording, like, because on the recording it looks like I'm just about to hit it. I hit the wrong thing. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it looks like I'm just about to hit it, but we'll do that. Also, I think with the redeem, I set it to a timer. I might change it to a freaking, what is it? I can't think of the command. There, that was the term, command. There was a cloud. That's not great. Retry. Okay, it works. We're fine. Yeah. So I'll do it. So I'll see you tomorrow. Where I think I'll do Holocure. I'll still continue the Holocure every Wednesday type thing. And then hopefully I'll do matchup attempts Friday or Sunday. I think I'll still try to do matchup attempts Sundays. Just so like, yeah, every other stream can at least be something different. And it's not like back-to-back streams of, oh, well, you know what's going on. I mean, I think for some people they'd like that, but yeah, I think for me, I'd want to do one where I'm like, oh, I don't know what I want to do. It'll be kind of unique, kind of break it up a little bit. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, or I guess technically today, because technically for me today is Wednesday, but you get what I mean. So I'll see you then. Goodbye.